Let's face it, this is not the worst thing you've caught me doing.
All right, so we finished another trip to Ottawa, my whitewater rafting. How did you like it compared to last time? I know it was a little different, a little bit more extreme, but what was your take?
Very different. Ottawa Part 2. Yeah, I remember we booked Ottawa, or we talked about going back to Ottawa like 20 minutes after we got out of the water the first time. Yeah. And just couldn't wait to get there. We were pretty confident. If you replay the podcast from the last summer, we were pretty confident in our abilities. Totally different experience. A lot more people, a lot more water, faster. Yeah. It was good though. It was different. It showed me the power of the water. And I think our guide Chaz was saying that 10 seconds after you go down, it would be different. Yeah. So that was different for me. Like I thought it was pretty easy the first time. Yeah. And it was kind of humbling.
Oh, 100%. I felt the same way, that it was the first time through that first rapid last year. You're nervous because you haven't done it before, right? Or for me, it was 30 years. And after that first one, like, oh, this is good. Like, you feel like you can't fall out without wanting to go, right? And then this time here, after that first one, and the girl came out like, huh. And then we picked her up and we were told that we were like the rescue boat if people needed. And the fact that we were told that there was going to be a jet boat Zodiac standing by, like, okay, this is not the same as last year at all. And what did they say? It was 6 or 9 feet higher water compared to last year or something.
Even watching the forecast, it was raining in Ottawa the whole week before we got there. And what was different for me is the safety briefing was way longer. I thought we were getting briefed on the way to the first rapids last summer. This one, it seemed like it was a solid. They were actually concerned if you're falling in the water this time, whereas the other time it was like, yeah, we'll tell you which way to swim. Yeah. This one was like, you have to be prepared for this. So I think they knew the water was higher and, a little bit more risk. But it wasn't until that first paddler came down after the first rapid, I went, come on, first one. And then I got hammered the rest of the day. So it was, totally different experience.
Coliseum, like the big one that messed up a bunch of our boats. We obviously got upended, and it was the fact that the briefing right before, because they get everyone off to the side and you go through another briefing for this one, because this is one of the bigger ones, was if you go on the drink, swim to the right, like your life depends on it, because it does. I'm like, well, that was not part of the briefing.
I know. I was actually concerned because I just got out of that frog in the blender one, and I was still kind of recovering from that one. Yeah. And I'm going, I don't know. I don't really got a good feeling about this. And we just had that yard sale. Yeah. Just demolished our boat.
It was funny because every time he would say get down, I kept grabbing onto the rope on the outside, and then I was grabbing onto the rope in the center as well. So I was able to lock myself into the boat. But then when we got upended and we flipped off to the right, I was at the highest point, and I'm looking down. I can see probably 5-6 bodies in the water right below me, so I know I can't let go. So I have to keep going over with the boat, and then as soon as we hit, I let go. I was kind of under the boat a little bit, and then I got out, and it was just like a panic and chaos, because as soon as I came up, I got smashed with water again. And then I finally got up, I could actually take a breath, and I turned around, and there was a girl that was behind me. Her eyes were like this big. I'm like, are you okay? She's like, I don't know. I go, just keep swimming. And then all of a sudden you could hear the Zodiac just hammering in, one guy driving, another guy with his arm out, just scooping people out of the water. So as soon as we got in, he just yelled, get down. And I was still laying on the floor. And I could just feel the boat jumping up and down. Yeah. And there's bam, bam, bam. And we picked up like another 4 people and made it back to the big rock right in the center of the Ottawa there. There was half a dozen people already on it. And then you could see our boat was off on the side, and Chaz had already gotten it to the side of the river. He's getting it flipped back over, made his way back over to us. And I want to say it was fun, but at the same time, it wasn't fun. You know what I mean? Like, I'm remembering the good parts of the trip, but not the bad ones. I'm almost blocking out. Other than like, I remember them. They were way worse in the moment than I'm remembering them now for sure. So
Yeah, there's a few times that I was concerned. I remember being sideways and looking down, knowing that I'm going in the water. But I only remember the person in front of me, and like Tate said, he was underneath the boat as well.
Mhm.
And I just remember hearing swim, like Chaz yelling to swim. So, and they tell you to try to swim with your paddle. Yeah, the paddle was the last thing on my mind. I swam as hard as I could to the middle, and it wasn't as strong there. And then I could hear the whistle. It's like that Titanic movie when they're blowing the whistle there for the people that fell in the water. For some reason, I looked to my right, and there was that one, the boat that went first. The guide was blowing her whistle and waving the paddle and waving me over there, and which I think was further than if I just kept going to the shore. But
yeah,
went like that, and yeah, that was interesting. That was
it might not be on our list next year to go back. I mean,
well, Ottawa was so fun. Yeah. We had a good time the night before. Pretty quiet, pretty quiet Saturday night, but yeah, totally different. And you know, it's a fun experience, right? But it was a lot different for me. Yeah, I think I said, I think I'm good now. So
yeah, I mean, not that there's anywhere on the same scale, but just adding to the weekend of going, my favorite is the parking spot, the only one that was left in the parking garage, and you having to get your truck into it, folding the mirrors in, back, everybody getting out.
Back with people.
Yeah, and there's an inch on either side of the door. Oh, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was interesting. So tight. But those are the fun memories. Like we had a fun night on Friday, and it just seemed like the traffic and construction getting to Ottawa, like it was almost 7 hours there, an hour and a half to the water, a shortcut home through Quebec to get some refreshments, and you know, probably almost 7 on the way home. A lot of driving. I wonder if we had a buffer day that we did something else. Yeah, it might have been more relaxing. It just seems like we're always in the truck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was one of those things we were talking about before, that it's a bucket list thing, right? Now we've done it twice. So
yeah,
as far as bucket lists go, what do you have many other on there? Like, I mean, there's always gonna be like the grand ones where you can travel, whatever. Then there's close ones. Like, what else do you think?
Yeah, I don't really have the travel bug yet. When I think of a bucket list, I don't think like I have to do this on my list before I reach this age. It's like, I think this sounds like a pretty cool idea. Like we've talked about the Michigan football game, tailgating, Bills game. You know, you're a big Dallas Cowboy fan. I'd love to go to Dallas and check that out.
It's partly traveling.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't have the bug to go to Italy or to England, or, you know what I mean? Like I don't have that bug yet. Maybe that will come when I'm retired, but I'd much rather just go to even Toronto. It's a different world. You can find lots of things to do in Toronto. Ottawa is a hot spot for me. We talked about, you know, just exploring Canada, you know, Halifax and Brunswick, going out west, you know what I mean? Like those are things that I find attractive to me right now. So as far as what's next, I'm not sure what I'd pick as number one.
Skydiving?
No.
Yeah. My brother went, and I know lots of people have gone and said that they loved it. It just seems like there's something wrong with jumping out of a plane that's not going down. I understand jumping out if it's going down, but
yeah. Well, our buddy Brent Powers, he did the was it the Skywalk? Was it his 40th? I think him and his brother. CN Tower, don't they like the clip on the outside and they hang over the edge?
Yeah,
is that what it's called? Skywalk?
Sounds about right. I was in Toronto last weekend, and there was probably half a dozen people on the outside of it when we were walking by it. You could just see them out there just hanging off. So
I like to say that I did that, but I don't really know if I want to actually do that.
see, I would have done that when I was younger. Now that's not something that I think that would be as much fun. Like even just 4 or 5 years ago, we were in Niagara Falls, and we just went up in the big Ferris wheel, and like your stomach doesn't sit as well. Like as soon as you get about halfway up, you're like, I don't like this anymore. Like this is not the same. Like Allison didn't want to go up at all. Like we bought tickets, and she got up to the line where you have to give the tickets. She's like, nope, I can't do this. Turned around and just left.
Yeah.
So Lexi and I went up, of course. I'm trying to play the tough guy, so I'm rocking and thinking, they're like, stop it. Meanwhile, I'm also scared shitless as well. So
Yeah. What about you? Where would you go?
well, I'm same boat as you. Like Texas is a spot I want to go once all the American stuff kind of gets settled. Plus, it's like almost $1.50 now for an exchange rate. It just doesn't seem worth going. I'm sure it's great for them coming here, but yeah, I do want to travel. I want to go to England, Scotland, those places. But yeah, you're right. Like the Michigan game, I want to go to Boston. I've never been to Boston. I know you've been there. I had buddies from work that went, and they know that I like the old style architecture from like the buildings and stuff. And they said Boston's full of it. They said Boston's got everything. So yeah, Boston. I missed that Philly trip a couple of years ago when when we were talking about it, and I said yes. I didn't realize it was Cassidy's wedding.
Oh, yeah.
So
Tough to miss that one.
yeah, I should have just ducked out early and just gotten a flight or something. Nobody would have noticed I was missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like the bucket list thing has changed multiple times over the years. So I could tell you what it is right now. I could probably give you 20 things, and then in 10 years from now, like I didn't get to any of those. It's now I don't want to do any of them. But yeah, I don't know. There's so many things, and it's almost like you can overwhelm yourself quite easily by going, okay, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. Yeah. It's almost like you just have to grab your list by the balls and go, I'm doing these top 2 this year. Yeah. Just kind of go for it.
Well, and that's what made it fun last summer, is that there was very little planning. Sometimes those are the best ones, right? If you're planning like it's a milestone birthday, 40, 50, or wedding anniversary, something, and you plan it for years. I know it's different, right?
Last year I thought was great because, like you said, very little planning. I almost want to say there was no planning because our plans completely fell through the night before we were supposed to fly to Miami. And all of a sudden we're like, hey, you want to go to Ottawa? Sure, let's go. I'll pick you up in half an hour. Like when I was younger, that's how it was all the time. My brother used to drive him nuts because his friends would like just plan the shit out of everything. And there'd have to be an itinerary for absolutely everything. Whereas my buddies and I would go, hey, do you want to go to Kingston? Sure. 10 minutes later, we're in the car driving. We'll figure out where we're going to stay once we get there, whatever. There's always a spot, right? So, I don't know if I'd want to fly by the seat of my pants quite like that at this age, even though I've got more money now than I had before. But I also didn't mind sleeping in the car before, which I don't think I'd care for that now.
Right.
So,
well, it also depends on where you're headed to. Mm-hmm. If you're going overseas, maybe you might want to have some kind of a plan. Going to Ottawa, you can probably wing that.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of homeless people I saw sleeping on the grate, so I know there's heat coming out of those things.
Yeah, it was busy there this trip, wasn't it?
Yeah. I couldn't believe how many. I don't even know if you call them buskers, because like the one guy just he was doing karaoke basically.
Yeah, that night in the rain, right?
Yeah. It was a little off. I mean, it's not like last year we got to see would you call that girl homeless or just having a good time? The one that just decided to piss all over the side of the road and then get up and dance. And she went right to her jeans or pants or whatever she was wearing. That's the good story I always tell too is, we're just sitting there up on the balcony and we look down and I thought it was someone that was working in that restaurant next to us. I thought she just came out just for a smoke break and she was squatting just to get off her feet. Then all of a sudden you just saw it oozing out like, oh my God, she's taking a piss right through her pants. So
enjoying her best life.
Yeah. He said she got up and then there was a busker just 50 feet from her. She danced all the way to him. Yeah, you're right. Just living her best life. Good for her.
Yep, she had fun. Yeah, I'm not sure where my next trip. It's funny, our way home from Ottawa, there wasn't any talk about number 3.
No.
Like Tate said, we went to the power boat one in Niagara. He said he kind of liked that a little bit better, just going on the Niagara River.
I don't think I've ever done that.
It's pretty cool.
It's funny when you first said it. I know you were talking about it before, like off camera, a couple days ago. And I was just picturing the boat that goes underneath the water, or like it kind of drives in behind, and then comes back out. And it's just the Maiden of the Mist or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's not what you're talking about.
No,
So
it's a power boat.
Is this on the top side or at the bottom?
Well, it's through the rapids. Like you're almost go underneath the bridge, like across the border.
Okay, so it's not right at the falls then.
No. Yeah, it was similar where we had to drive a little bit to get there. But yeah, Tate liked it. Tate and Luke and Owen, and we all went there. So Niagara was pretty expensive, but it was fun. You're ripping around, like you're going up and down the rapids in a power boat. You're still getting soaked, but you're more secured to the boat.
No chance of it rolling because it's wide, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just secured through your feet again. That's what I found different about this time in Ottawa is like when you're sitting in the middle and even at the front, you can wedge both of your feet, one on the side and one in the middle. Whereas the back, there's no side. It's just you tuck your toes underneath the.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's why I was bounced around so much. But yeah, the power boats are just different.
Yeah. I'll have to check that out one of these years.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'd put that back on my list, but I certainly would go again.
What do you think the chances are of doing Michigan in the next year or two?
I think high. Yeah. Brent and I, we did Luke's hockey team. I'm not sure if Brent was coaching that year or not, but they went down to Michigan, had a tour of the arena, tour of the campus, watched a football game. Didn't experience the tailgating part of it, but it was, we were at the football game.
Yeah.
110,000?
Yeah. It's pretty big at Ann Arbor.
Like I don't know, what do you think of the wave at the stadiums? Do you like the wave? The fans?
Is there a special one there?
It's quite cool. I think it's gross when I see that. Especially at the Jays game, like at the 7th inning when people are having a few drinks and they decide, we got to get the wave going. Can't stand that. But you should see it in Michigan. It is something else. They have different speeds. Half the stadium does one side, and they had 2 different things. Like it's very impressive.
Wow.
Yeah, like the whole stadium is doing it.
We were at the Jays game last weekend, and it was the wave went going, and it went by, and I just kind of sat there and like, what? And then it came back around again. So I decided to go with it. Of course, I think it ended right there. So I guess I missed the good one, but yeah, I could not care if it actually happened. It doesn't really mean anything. Yeah. So, but the Michigan one's good.
Yeah.
Did you take part?
I probably did because it was so cool. I've probably complained about it and go, come on. But yeah, it's impressive. I think that's definitely doable. We were actually, guys from work were talking about doing that, just looking at tickets, and I think the season starts for them on August 30th. I looked at some tickets. It's a bad weekend to go, but certainly I think that's probably doable first on the list.
Yeah. Yeah. The tickets were more expensive than I was expecting them to be whenever I looked them up. Like they're almost not quite on par with the NFL, but pretty close, unless I just looked at the wrong game or looked at like the worst ones to look at. I'm assuming they're the same as professional sports. We have different tiers and tickets go up and down based on who they're playing. Like the NHL, if you're Columbus, or sorry, if you're the Leafs and Columbus is coming, the tickets are here. But if Rangers are coming, tickets also can jump up to here and whatever, right? Do you think that's how it is with the Division I teams as well?
It could be. Like New Mexico, I don't think is a powerhouse. So I think the tickets that I was looking at were like 130.
Well, that's not bad. The ones I was looking at were closer to 3.
Yeah. So maybe that's a different game. Like the seats we were looking at were on the 56 rows up. So
You said yours were 150. Is that American though?
yes.
Okay. Mine
Yeah.
was already converted into Canadian, so I guess not that.
Yeah. But that was on StubHub, and they weren't released to I don't know where they get released to, but that's what StubHub had them on. I would imagine most the students get, like they get so many. Yeah. And then they would sell them probably, right?
So the students can make money off the games, possibly. Guess that works. Although I thought you had to have your student ID to have your, oh, maybe that's just here in Canada though. Like you're supposed to have your student ID with you. I thought. Could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not sure. It'd be cool though. Like we went by there's this one golf course where everybody tailgates. Our bus went right through there. Obviously it looks like fun, but for me, it's almost like you have to do one or the other. Like I've been to one Bills game, and the worst part of the trip was the football game. Yeah. Like we had a great time at we just had like a Winnebago or something. Tailgated well, and got to the football game, and it was just like nobody wants to go to the washroom because it's so long of a lineup, right? So everybody's just going, he said, I'd rather just have it on the radio or on a monitor maybe, and just carry on with it's just so fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we've talked about this lots of times before, but going to live events versus sitting there watching them at home. Yeah. You get a better angle at home. You got commentary, you've got your beer, you got your washroom. So, but then there's the aspects of the tailgating. And I was at that same game that you were just referring to. And 100%. Like,
yeah, I think that's right. You were there. Yeah.
Like all the antics that were going on around, like some of them you're like, probably shouldn't be doing that, or like that looks like fun, and just how many guys showed up. They must have been tanked from the night before. The guys that were in front of us, like I bet you it was 8:30 in the morning. So we'd been there an hour, and they were here before we were. One guy was just passed out in the chair, and then all of a sudden just started puking, and then jumped up and just goes, yeah, and then just started running around again. Like, at least he got a second win before the game.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts there. Like
they say that's the best spot in the NFL, the Bills. So it's all downhill from every game you go to after that.
Yeah, it's like you have everything there. Like there's barbecues and games, drinking games.
Yeah, they definitely do it right. They've been doing it for so long and just gotten better and better at it, right? So yeah, I mean, we were talking before about NASCAR. You said Daytona 500. What about Indianapolis, or does it make a difference, or is it specifically the Daytona 500 that you want to see?
Yeah, Daytona 500 it's the big race for the NASCAR, I think, and I've been to Daytona a few times when I was younger. It'd be different just to go back. It's Florida, right? Like, just be nice to get to Florida. I don't know. I just got kind of hooked on that Netflix series and kind of started to watch it a little bit. And
which one's that?
I'm not even sure what it's called. It's got a couple seasons. It's kind of just follows the drivers around.
Oh, is that like the Drive or Die or something? Or there's a F1 similar thing that I want to say Drive to Survive, maybe. Whatever it is, it's
just a behind the scenes kind of thing.
Yeah, I just, after hearing Max Verstappen talking about it, because he didn't want to be a part of it anymore, because apparently they make up scenarios and situations and put all this extra drama in there that's not really there. I'm like, kind of takes away from it a little. I wish he hadn't said anything, or else maybe I would have watched season 2.
Yeah, pros and cons to throw the curtain back.
It's like everything, though, right? Like any sort of TV show, if there's not enough going on, they throw something into it to cause some sort of drama. Or like even just watching that, remember that show, The Biggest Loser?
I just watched that, yeah.
Yeah, so I watched the first little bit of it anyways, and It's doesn't seem like it, like knowing what's happening in the background now. I mean, obviously you're not going to know that coming into the show. Why would anybody ever want to go on that? Like even like the doctors are saying like some of the stuff they were doing wasn't safe. Oh yeah, you're losing 50, 60 pounds in like 40 days. Like that's it's not sustainable. You're not gonna be able to keep that off afterwards just to win some money, right? And it became a goal as opposed to losing weight as your goal. It was now I want to win and win the money to be the goal. So but yeah, it was interesting. I mean, you look at any of those things from Netflix, like the ones with the I'm trying to blank on the name of the TV show. The Blaze and Laser and
American Gladiators.
yeah, yeah. They said the same thing. They said like all the behind the stuff, behind the scenes stuff was just it's horrible. Safety wasn't there. Like they were getting hurt. Like you're watching going, these guys aren't getting hurt. But it said, yeah, like guys are getting like their shoulders dislocated and stuff. And
yeah, it's all about the money, right? The entertainment value, and just look how many people were watching. Like how many how many countries did The Biggest Loser get to? Like near the end, it was everywhere. They had all this marketing and workout tapes and supplements and just the amount of money.
It's weight loss is probably the number one thing for North America anyways, right? So
well, what was that one stat they had at the end? Have you seen all the episodes?
No.
Well, they just compared the obesity percentage in Americans. I can't remember the year difference, but it's gone up huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Everyone gets to make their own choices, right?
Well, they were counting on a lot of people watching the show, probably more than anything else.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch those CrossFit documentaries on Netflix? They haven't had them for a few years, but they kind of follow around the top CrossFit athletes on the CrossFit Games, like their big championship.
I've only seen the one. There's the one that Tia.
Yeah.
I forget her last name now.
I would butcher it if I try to say that.
Yeah.
So.
She won for the first time. She had been second and third like 5-6 times, and then she finally won. It was a good one. Matt Fraser won again.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the other guys like Pete Vilner, the Canadian guy. That one was great, and then it had the one guy that kept saying he wasn't taking steroids, and then
that busted for guy from Australia, I think, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one was really good, but the other ones I found weren't quite the same. Like the other videos I watched had like different vibes to them. It was more documentary, I guess, whereas this one here was, instead of it focusing on the individual people as much, it was more about everything overall with we'll hit some people here and there.
Storylines, right?
Yeah. But the overall goal was the whole games. So
yeah,
I thought it was interesting. I wish I could remember what the name of that one was, but it was. I think I watched 3. And the other 2 weren't as good as that one, but that was the one I started with. So unfortunately, it went downhill for me. So yeah, it was good.
The guy that I work with, he volunteered to be on the medical team. He's done that for a few years. He said it's just amazing down there, just watching these athletes, professional athletes doing fitness.
Wow.
Yeah. But I remember tweeting out, like watching it the first time, I said, anybody else snacking on the couch watching this video? I'm sure they're thinking, oh yeah, here's our motivation little guy in Stratford selling their chips and a Coke or something.
To be fair, I mean, no one's going to be sitting there working out going, look at the run. You know what I mean? Like,
I bet you there would be those.
Yeah.
Maybe the higher percentage is sitting on the couch like me, but yeah.
Something wrong with that. A little downtime. Well, that was your downtime. You probably just worked out. You're like, throw this video on, check it out.
Well, you got to think there's some kind of advertising team or marketing team that's just thinking, what's our target audience here?
1,000% there is, yeah.
Like, are they trying to get people involved in fitness, or are they trying to get people involved in CrossFit, or, you know what I mean? Like, there's got to be some kind of target.
Oh, yeah. I mean, joining CrossFit would be one, and all the advertisements from like Rogue, they've got like all that gym equipment that they use. So I mean, people start buying more stuff. Oh, I just watch this. This must work. This is what they use on CrossFit, right? So I'm sure there's 1,000 people all doing the same thing. Where this is what we need to concentrate on. So let's do it exactly as they do it there. Let's join their gym, or maybe there's a whole bunch of farmers right now missing tires off their tractors because you can start flipping these bad boys, right?
Yeah. So. Yeah. Do you like pickleball?
Yeah.
I was just watching the Professional Pickleball League, or whatever it's called. They had their year-end tournament. It was on CBS yesterday. Like, this is professional pickleball.
Wow.
Yeah. So the top female player, she's 18, $3 million annual salary.
Wow.
Yeah. With advertising. And the whole time, I think it was only on for an hour, but the whole time the show was on, every commercial was pickleball advertising. There wasn't a Ford or GM commercial. It was all like they say it's the fastest growing sport in America.
Now I can see why. I mean, you're basically playing tennis, but on a squash-sized court. And I mean, like you have two people playing. You've got small area to cover. Some of the people in town here I've seen, like the one guy just stands at the net and he just
Smashes
flings
it.
his arm all over the place, right? So it's not like tennis where you're like sprinting every 2 seconds, right? So it's definitely fun. But I mean, who knows about like longevity for the game? It's super popular now, but it might not be in 10 years, right? So or maybe it's even bigger.
You got to think though, did it not start at like Woodland Towers to keep senior citizens active, like or something like that?
I always thought it did.
You know what I mean? Like some low impact recreational group.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't we try this? And now you got professional athletes making that kind of money. Like, they were smashing the ball.
Yeah.
The singles was amazing to watch. So fast. It was like a little tennis game. Just running back and forth and drop shots, smashes, and it was something to see.
It's something I never thought that would actually take off. But what do I know? We've got professional slapping now. So
yeah,
I mean,
that's a tough one.
well, see, I said the same thing, and the guy at work was saying that, because like I was saying, like Dana White seems like he's almost checked out of the UFC, like to a certain extent, but he's right into the whole slap thing. Like, this is his baby. It's taking off. It's getting big, and I guess some of the fighters have gone and watched, and they said, yeah, it seems like it'd be nothing, but when you go there, it's amazing to watch live. I was like, kind of makes sense, because when you're at a UFC fight and someone gets a really good hit in, the entire crowd goes, oh, well, you're doing this every time someone hits, pretty much. I mean, like, I think that what they need to do, though, is they need to put in like a weight category, because there's guys that are like 300 pounds going against guys that are like 140 pounds. I know it's just slapping, but there's a big difference between a big arm coming at you and a small arm coming at you. Sorry, man. It just is what it is.
You watch them in the warm-up room, and just they're doing the motions with a torso, just trying to get there must be so based on their techniques, right? Like,
yeah,
must be all leverage
and you need to hit the person in the exact right spot, right?
Yeah.
Where I'm assuming it's more of like the ball of your hand's got to take a big chunk. If you're just fingers, it's literally a slap.
Yeah.
Yeah, like these guys are going down hard. Like, guys are getting hit.
Yeah.
Like they talk about this stuff with football and stuff, and like this is going to be like day one when this hits like really, really big. Yeah. It's going to be nonstop guys with these permanent disabilities.
Yeah.
You can see it coming. Like, your job is literally to knock somebody out. What do you think is going to happen after that?
Yeah.
You only do it so many times before you scramble your whole circuits, right? So
right.
Hey, to each their own.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't got into that yet. I don't know. It's not for me.
No, I'm not there yet either, but who knows? Maybe it'll all of a sudden become big. And I wasn't big on the UFC at the beginning either, though. it just seemed like it was all right, but it seemed like it was more of a joke than anything to me. And then it all of a sudden got a little bit more professional. To be honest with you, I actually liked it better back then when it was multiple weight classes to intermingled or whatever, right? And you see like these who was it? I want to say it's Horace Gracie, but I think that he was after that. But these guys were taking down big guys and just grappling with them into submission.
Right.
It was interesting to see. Whereas now everyone's the exact same size, and
Right.
so they should open up every once in a while and just see who wants to go against who. Don't make it mandatory or anything, but
Right.
be an interesting little bout.
Just imagine how many unofficial anybody want to fight night,
Yeah.
some local bar, like,
Or even at the UFC after the main card, open it up to anybody that wants to fight. You get sure Dan can find someone like, how you always see in the movies in the underground fighting, one guy that's willing to take on anybody, and then you just keep bringing people in until he loses, and then that guy stays, and that's a lawsuit, but whatever.
Yeah. You ever see those videos on online about the some podcaster would maybe have a background in boxing or just a big guy? We'd ask one of his guests who's a MMA fighter, how long or who would win if we got in a street fight? Like they are honestly asking that question, and the MMA guy goes, "Come on, dude.
Yeah.
I will kill you."
Just another Logan Paul.
Yeah. Well, he's doing well in his world.
Yeah, I saw that he's going to be fighting. I forget what his name is now. It starts with a G. It's a weird last name or whatever. He's supposed to be really good. He's got zero knockouts, or sorry, 0 losses, like 12 knockouts or something. It's supposed to be the real deal, but I don't understand why he would even want to fight Paul. But I mean, it's only supposed to be an exhibition match apparently, so I guess that means pulling punches, which is what basically all of his fights are anyway. So
yeah, so that's Jake, right? Logan he's in the WWE. Yeah, he's doing well.
So they both are.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think they were doing well before. They're already millionaires just from being a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Apparently we got into the wrong business.
Well, let's see if this thing takes off.
Yeah. 2037. Finally get a sponsor.
Maybe.
Well, this is for fun anyways, so.
Yeah, that's how it starts.
That's true.
You get the right guest. You never know who's going to pick it up.
Supposed to look at the camera up there.
There we go. We can cut that one.
Well, yeah. Well, let's get back to the bucket list and kind of get off target there a little. So, if you had to pick, say, 2 things in the next 10 years, the bigger ones, right? What do you think you'd want to do? I know you're big on the smaller ones for now, but if you had to pick, let's just say a country outside of Canada for when you're older, where would you want to go? You know, some people say Australia. That's not my thing. Too many snakes and spiders.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. Like, I don't know. Like when you just turned 50, right? Like you must have been getting close to that date. You're thinking, on my 50th, I'm going to do this. Because I thought about that on 40. I thought that at 50, and I didn't do anything on either.
Yeah.
Just kind of ran out of time or not the right, whatever it was. But
that's exactly what happened to me, yeah.
It just didn't seem when it got to that point, it just didn't seem like I got to do something. Like I'm living a pretty good life now. Like I'm not missing anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like go on small trips. But I don't know. I've never really traveled anywhere. Like I think Florida's been my plane ride a couple times. And I don't know. I don't really have a country. Where would you go?
Oh, Scotland for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just always been mine. That's my dad always said that he was going to go, and that was his thing. He was, I'll do it next year because something would always come up. We'd go and do something else, whatever. Or he very rarely ever took vacation. Like I remember as a kid, we went to Florida in '89, and then other than that, it was just like weekend thing. So that was the one time they ever took a trip. Anytime that we ever went, like we went out west to go and visit uncles and aunts, he'd drop us off at the airport and go to work the next day. So he was just all about working, right?
Right.
And then he just ran out of time and he passed away. And like, so in my mind, I keep thinking, I don't want to wait until it's too late.
Right.
And you go, oh, I wish I had gone, or I wish I had done this. So,
Right.
so that being said, I've been still pushing things off the last 10 years. So
Right. Well, you never know. Like once you stop working and, the girls are, self-sufficient, they're on their own and might free up finances and time, and never know. Same with me. Like I have really no idea what that part of my life's going to be, but maybe
Yeah,
I'll catch the bug. There's a lot of people that in my work that as soon as they do retire, they start traveling.
yeah,
It's different countries. So, maybe.
Yeah.
You can only go golfing so many times when you retire, right? So
when you go to Florida or you go to Boston or you go to any of these places, what is it that you do most?
sporting events is pretty much where the attraction would be.
Yeah.
I think I would still go to Disney. I would go back there anytime.
Yeah.
No matter how old I am, there's probably always something I could do there. Maybe not the rides that I went on to or the attractions there, but there's always something.
That question kind of backfired. I thought you were going to say pubs and drinking beer. I was going to say, you can do that anywhere.
Yeah. Seem to spend some time in this place. That happens too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What you said is Scotland, and where else would you go?
Scotland, England's another one I'd like to go to. I know, like Alison and the girls, they don't seem to have any interest in either one. They said maybe Scotland, but they don't seem to be interested in England. They want to do like Greece, Italy, those places. Whereas, like, to me, those are the ones I'd want to do later on.
Right.
But like, I want to go to, like, I'd like to go to Old Trafford before they tear it down. Not that they have the money to build a new one anyways, because I know that's their goal. They want to tear it down and put up a new one. So I want to see the old one before it goes down. Just like things like Stonehenge. I want to see like Buckingham Palace, just touristy stuff, like
Right.
all the big landmarks. Like I want to see the MI6 building. You see it in movies all the time, but I wouldn't mind seeing it in real life. The River Thames. The Thames Barrier. I think that's amazingly cool. You know about that, right?
No.
So the Thames River, it's got like these 5 things that just stick out of the water, and they're there for just in case there's ever like a big surge from the North Sea. The water comes down the Thames Barrier, so it's got like these flat, like these big metal plates that sit on the riverbed. Well, they come up and they create a wall that goes right across there to stop all the water.
Oh yeah.
They spent billions of dollars on it like decades ago. Like, to me, those are really cool aspects of things, and most people don't even know or I guess care about it because it's more of an emergency thing. But I like watching those things on TV all the time where they always show, like they were saying in a documentary, that the Thames Barrier will hold and stop the water. But what does water do? It always finds the weakest point, right? So it's got all these other sections like sewers and all these things that are hundreds of years old that the city will fill, just not as fast as being crushed by the water, right? So yeah, I don't know, weird things like going to Belgium and going to that the small town of Bruges had a ton of history. I spent 2 days in there just going through like all these different things from like 500 years ago, and like having like a crane that loaded ships. But the crane was manned 500 years ago by men called crane children. It was literally like a hamster wheel on either side. One guy would walk on it, and that would turn the crane, and the other guy would walk on the other side, and that would raise and lower the load. And that's what you did for your 10 hours. Walked in a straight line. So, just weird things like that. Things I never would have known unless I went, I guess. So, I like history stuff, though.
Yeah, I find history fascinating too, just how things came to be. And we were talking today earlier, like how many things we're just learning that we got wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just, we found this.
Yep.
And
now it's the other side of that struggle is getting the people that have always known everything to accept that everything you've known for the last 50 years isn't right? So, but those people eventually die off, and then you get the young people coming in, and It is what it is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I hope they do find out more information about those pyramids, though. Like I was saying before, that guy said there's a structure, and they said it's metal and stuff underneath it. It's not just stone. 2 kilometers down. Like, I'm sure it's not metal all the way down or whatever, but I almost wanted to say like they should just get rid of the pyramid and just discover what's underneath it.
Right.
So, but that wouldn't be a very popular thing.
That'd be an audience, I'm sure. What's that? That one show that's they've been digging on that island for 12 years.
The Curse of Oak Island. Is that what it is?
Yeah, where are they at with that?
They found $20 really gold on it or something. I don't know. I've never actually seen the show. I've only ever seen like commercials and adverts for it. So, yeah.
One of our guys that I work with, he was heading that direction. I was going to give him a couple pennies just to throw. Just dumb, but yeah.
Found something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, obviously there's something like that. That show has been on for years, trying to find whatever they're looking for, treasure.
And not only the show, like they were they're not the first people there that have been looking into it. It's passed hands like multiple times for a reason. It's cursed. So, yeah, I don't know. It is what it is.
But just imagine having that passion to chase something, right? Like, talk about a bucket list. Like, that's their bucket list to find that treasure.
Yeah, and they're basically all in. And once you're all in, it's not like you can go, I changed my mind.
Yeah, there isn't anything here.
Yeah. You keep going until you find it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you're always going to find something, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, well. This has been fun.
Yeah.
Well,
what are we at here?
At about 50 minutes. 46 minutes. And yeah.
That's not bad.
Why did you say only 25? That's awkward.
Yeah, I must have got edited. I'm at 45, so.
All right. Well, I'll have to do this again. I'll have to come up with next time we'll come up with a bucket list of like destinations, local, like within North America that we can actually hit. And then we'll make a plan of, we'll document them as we go along on the trips, and then we can come back and talk with them. We can actually show a video.
But do we even have one for next summer?
No. Well, I guess we'll have to figure that out.
Stay tuned.
All right. We'll talk to everybody next time.